And my mother was depressed, and she just lay down and died. And it was really, really a very difficult thing to have them both, gone from us. But fortunately, we have a very strong family, and we're not going to stop fighting for Louis. We know that he's innocent. We know that he loved those girls very, very much, and he loved everyone in this life, and he never hurt anybody. He's a wonderful, kind, gentle soul. And since he's been there, he has. It's really, in a way, it's been a blessing, and we have to count the blessings each day that he's alive. But when he got there, he was around most of the juveniles, and he said that they would come and they were really scared, and that he would talk to them and counsel them and help them out as in their first days of being on death row. And so that, I just feel like this happened to us for a reason, that my brother, that this is happening for a reason, because it just makes us part of this anti-death penalty movement. And so as the years went by, he met, several friends, and many of them became my own pen pals. So I amassed about 32 pen pals over the years. Several of them have already been executed. And I really encourage you all to, if you don't have a pen pal, to get one or a couple, because they really, really, truly appreciate the letters and the postcards and pictures from the outside. They say that if people are in prison, that if they see pictures of the outside, that when they get out, that it's not such a difficult transition for them. So I send them pictures, like during Christmas and Thanksgiving when we make tamales and enchiladas and all that good stuff. And I send them pictures of food boiling on the stove and the dinner table. And most of them really enjoy them, but some of them get really upset. And but they've been great pen pals, and they all have a story. Some of them are innocent, some of them are not. But they're all very respectful, and I really, really enjoy getting their letters back and corresponding with them and helping them. We've helped to reunite several families that were maybe from out of the country or whatever. And it's just been an incredible experience, just all the way around. Of course, everyone knows that it's really an incredible journey, having to go and visit your loved ones on death row, and so we're really fighting the conditions of death row. And I think it would be important for everyone to get involved with that particular issue, because they're in a 6x6 cell or whatever it is. My brother's over 6 feet tall, and he can touch all the walls all the time on all sides. And in Texas, they built the prison for it to be inescapable. So it's a concrete and steel box, basically, is what they're in. And they're there for 23 hours a day. And they get out, to walk around in a circle, probably smaller than this. They never get to go outside, and they get no opportunity to attend any religious services or any arts and crafts, or they cannot go to school, they cannot go to college, they cannot. They're just they're really being tortured. The food situation is really bad. They pretty much get mush, and my brother is very well known on the row for his cooking abilities, and I don't know how he does it, but he's got a little 2-cup crock pot, and we have another speaker here.
Thank you. Love it.
Hello.
Love.
And so they will, however they get their stuff to him, their piece of meat or whatever it is, tie it on a string and shoot it across the row or whatever, but he'll collect everybody's stuff and put it in the crock pot and make, he's famous for his enchiladas and his tamales, and at Christmas he passes out chocolate bonbons, and I don't even want to go there as to how he gets chocolate and spices that he needs, but just to say that there are angels on death row that help them. And not all of the guards are bad, and not everybody on death row is horrible and evil. But I could just go on forever and ever. I thank you all very much for thinking about Lewis and thinking about everybody on death row across the world. We've had a couple of baby steps forward. We've had several stays recently. We've had several stays, and you know, there's been some baby steps forward. So we're really excited about every inch forward that we make, and it would not be possible without all of you. It just simply would not be possible without everyone fighting to abolish the death penalty. I would like to close with, and if you'll bear with me, I'd like to read the names of the men who have been executed in Texas recently. And several of them were my pen pals, and I really miss them, and it's really horrible to have to go with the families to watch the executions, and you know, it's just mind-boggling at why we continue to do this. But if you'll keep their families in your thoughts as well. Executed: Carlos Granados, Jonathan Moore, Christopher Swift, James Jackson, Newton Anderson, Donald Miller, Roberto Perez, Joseph Nichols, Charles Neely, Vincent Gutierrez, Roy Pippin, James Clark, Ryan Dixon, Charles Smith, Michael Griffith, Leonel Rodriguez, Gilberto Reyes, and then we've had a few stays, as I mentioned. But since Texas has reinstated the death penalty, we have executed almost 400 men, and we have 400 more to go. So hopefully that will not happen. Thank you all so very much. It's been such a pleasure to meet you. I love you all. Thank you. God bless you.